And I just want to let you guys know that we are officially back with season 4 of Fuck Your Podcast. I'm super excited. We will be live same date, same time, 9:05 p.m. Thursday night on our YouTube channel. If you have not already subscribed, go to YouTube and type in FY Podcast, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell reminder button and come vibe with us. Always, we are available on all streaming platforms. Our episodes are usually available the next day, so you guys can vibe out with us on the streaming platforms, but it's not as funny as the live because it's happening right then and there, and we always get to interact with people during the live.
I want to do it all,
but you can check out our
lazy.
website at www.fypodcast.com for the latest updates as far as what we have going on. You can purchase some of the merch and follow us on all social media platforms. But until next time, peace.
Marcus X.
Yeah. Started off dreaming, now we blow bags for the fuck of it. Toast every time we scratch something off our bucket list. My nigga, I've been praying more, staying away from sucker shit. It's crazy how you run across a show and fall in love with it. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, we gon' be here by the hour talking true events. Another week, another topic. To everyone that's here, thanks for watching. Yeah, Patty's about to keep it real. Stars gon' drop some knowledge. Trending topics and relationship advice. You write, they read them. Email us in the DM if you think your nigga cheating or your chick. Folks don't know what loyal is. Niggas scared to tell the truth. We tie the cap to look no further than these two. Got opinionated views, but still we gotta state the facts. I done heard a lot of other niggas shows and I'ma pass. And every time they hear, they give you everything they have. Shit, what more can you ask? These two the perfect match. Run it back. Hey, mark it in your calendars. Don't miss this broadcast. Tonight we live. Don't be in the comments, fuck it up, no vibes. And when other shows copy us, let's all laugh. They say it's flattery, but nah, fuck your podcast.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Fuck Your Podcast. I am Star.
And it's your girl, Patty Mayo.
And I'm ready to drink tonight. I've had a long week.
Okay, Star. I'm ready to drink.
Yes,
How was your week,
am. My week was good. Let's toast it up real quick.
Okay.
I gave you more than
You
me
always
because
do.
you know I'm sharing.
shot.
Right. We're toasting to, I wouldn't say Black History Month because every month is Black History Month.
Okay.
But we're toasting to what? I don't, to a better year.
Oh my, okay, yeah.
I just feel like this year have started off a little bit rough.
to the new year, because this is officially the new year now.
Oh yeah, Black History Month. Yeah. All
we're
right, to
officially.
the new year.
Okay. Cheers. Ooh, child.
Hey, Nix Boo, I hope you guys have your tequila
Hey guys.
or Hennessy or whatever you guys are drinking. But, I hope you guys are joining in on the fun tonight. If you guys are just now tuning in, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the page if you have not already subscribed.
Okay.
But Patty asked me how was my weekend. My weekend was good. I didn't do anything.
No. It's just like, it's
Yo,
good.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, right now, I'm still in the house. I'm still on quarantine status.
As you should be.
They're starting to open. Hey, cuz they're starting to open things back up, but I just feel like the rates are still kind of climbing. But I'm just staying in the house, just kind of thinking and trying to decompress. And I be trying to lose weight, and it don't be working. And I don't know.
Girl, you're not missing anything outside.
Yeah.
Outside is open a little bit. It's open up a little bit. I went outside a little bit this weekend. I actually got to chill with my cousin from Miami, who I've never ever chilled with
Nice.
my whole entire life. That was fun. I had an old school sleepover with the gang. But yeah, other than that, I was in the house too, girl.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because we was really in the house. We went out, me and my cousin, we went out real quick for drinks at a bar, but even that was really dead. We'd rather be in the car just talking and catching up.
Right.
So yeah, you're not missing anything outside.
Yeah, and I kind of figured that, but again, I don't mind you know, being in the house, chilling. Yeah. I've been really trying to find shit to watch on Netflix. I don't know what is like Netflix.
I just got hip to Orange is the New Black, child. I just got hip to that.
Hey, T. So I haven't. Hey, Deb. So yes, Deb got her drink. So yes, hey. Orange is the New Black. So I remember we were talking about that, and I was like, I could not get past the first episode.
Right.
So I guess after the first episode, it gets better?
Yes, because I tried watching it a few years ago. I didn't like it. And everybody's like, ooh, I love it. And I'm like, okay, no. But now that I got past the first episode, because it is a little cheesy and a little disturbing, just like weird. Right. But once you get past that episode, a lot of it is still disturbing and weird, but it's just so interesting because you start to learn about people's lives. And I think I like it more because I'm obviously on this like journey of like finding myself and just trying to be more like humble about myself and just learning different things. And so with this show, it shows a lot of different women and, you know, just showing you how to not really judge a book by its cover and just really understand that everybody has their own story. Everybody's on their own journey and you just got to appreciate people for where they are.
Yes. Yo, you know, speaking of that, like, I felt like this whole like shutdown or this like I've been in the midst of finding myself. Like you would never think that, you know, at, you know, such and such age, because I'm still young. I'm a millennial.
She's a young tenderoni.
I'm a young tenderoni baby. But anyway, so you would never think that, you know, you're trying to find yourself and put yourself in different positions to where you could, you know, even though I don't have kids, but build generational wealth. If not for me, for my niece, for my nephews. You see what I'm saying? Or family members, right? Yeah. So it's just like, yo, you know, I feel like everybody is, well, most people is having that experience of just trying to find themselves and trying to figure out, okay, well, when this is over, what's going to be my next move? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's always how we should look at things, because think about it, you're never going to be the same. You're constantly growing, you're constantly changing, and you have to learn how to adapt and be comfortable with who you are and the person that you're becoming. Yeah, absolutely right. Right. So when it comes to, you know, people around you and, you know, trying to build that generational wealth, it's kind of like a force to be reckoned with, you know, if you will, because you're constantly evolving and to bring people with you and to just, you know, understand that, because what we do day to day is we just live life.
Yo, it's like a movie, like a reality show, same shit.
And all the time, and you never really stop and think like, okay, what do I need to do to prepare for the future? But with this pause and having this time to like really understand, like, first of all, life is really short. Second of all, you know, you have to prepare for the future because you never know what's going to happen. And thirdly, you know, we're trying to build this whole new community of Black wealth because we're losing the dollar. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a great time to find yourself and figure out what you need to do to become the best version of yourself in the future. Right. Absolutely.
And I like big shout out to all the young kids that I see out here getting money. And like, you know, when I talk about the show, I'm like, oh, these kids, they're always posting this and flashing this, and you know, but I don't know what these kids are doing for a living. They're living life. Like, you know, as you get older, you think about, oh, I did that in my younger days, so now I need to start thinking about things. But these kids they're young now, so they're just living in the moment, which is cool. You know, I can't knock anybody from living in the moment because I was doing that shit. You, like, we all did that shit. We lived in a moment. So, you know, you see these young kids on Instagram, they're living life right now. And they're young, they're in their early 20s, so they're not thinking about you know, longevity, which is fine to a certain extent. You know, after a while you do want to start, you know, just kind of building and things like that. But I love to see you know, these young kids out here living life because it is short, you know, and my ass, I'm in the house and they out there living life.
Right. Shit. I mean,
seriously.
You know, I'm a little jelly. I guess I want to live vicariously through them because I never really experienced, like, these kids are rich. Like, low key, they're rich. Like they're buying they have big bags. They're buying big things.
Not to cut you off, but like I seen this guy on on social media, and he was just like, yo, these young kids, they out here getting money. He was like, all you old motherfuckers, all y'all gonna do is just get old and die.
No.
Like, y'all want to work a 9 to 5, y'all want to put in a little bit of overtime, and that's it, which is true though.
It is so true.
We get stuck in a cycle to where we work that 9 to 5. It was like, all right, let me just get a little bit of overtime. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck that. It's different.
Yeah.
This year is different. This year, if you don't go home and work on yourself, and give yourself, I promise you, give yourself 30 minutes a day. Just 30 minutes. Okay, I know sometimes you might get busy, you might forget. Okay, cool. But if you can do it at least once a week or a couple of days out the week, just where you give yourself that time to plan and sit down and think about what you want out of life, it'll change your whole life. I promise you.
It's definitely change your whole
Money will be very different.
Yes. Money will be flowing in a lot better. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the topic. Kicking off with Black History Month.
Yes.
I had to take my top teeth out.
Okay, stop saying teeth.
I mean,
Her Invisalign. All right, so this week we're going to be celebrating the life of Clara Bell Williams. Clara Bell Williams was the first African-American graduate of New Mexico College of Agriculture and Mechanical Arts. Nice. She went on to become an educator and raised 3 children, 2 of which became doctors. Now, while she was in school at the New Mexico College, her professors never allowed her to enter the classroom. So she had to take notes from outside the classroom. Mind you, her dedication was so strong that she ended up getting her diploma at age 51, about 20-something years later. But she graduated and went on to become an educator herself, as I mentioned earlier. So this woman, I mean, that takes a lot of dedication, okay? And she lived a long life. She passed away at 108 years old.
Now that's dedication
That
right
is
there.
dedication.
And that's some shit. That's what a lot of people we lack. I'll say that. A lot of people lack. But all right, so let's jump into it. So, you know, the Super Bowl is coming up this weekend. Now, I have not watched football in a few years. I just haven't really been into it like I usually was into it. And then Tom Brady moved on. So come to find out, shout out to the GOAT Tom Brady. So he didn't need the Patriots, but the Patriots needed him.
Okay.
So Super Bowl, hey Becky Boo, Super Bowl 55 is going down Sunday, February 7th at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Now, y'all know Tampa is different. Tampa is not even a part of the United States, baby, because they've been open, Florida in general. But they announced that the Super Bowl would officially be in Tampa. It was supposed to be in Los Angeles, but I think LA is still a little bit shut down or whatever. But again, Florida is different. So the Kansas City Chiefs will be facing off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But yeah, salute to Tom Brady. I know everybody was posting on social media, that he was going to the Super Bowl. So even though he left the Patriots, you still gotta give him his props.
Yeah, we knew that was gonna happen, and Bill Belichick knew that was gonna happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, congratulations to him. Go ahead now. Now let's talk about this Monday night basketball game with LeBron James.
Oh my
and
God.
Miss Courtside Karen.
Courtside Karen was mad.
She was so mad. I don't know what transpired, but I guess there was an argument between LeBron James and a few of the gentlemen on the court, and they were going back and forth. And she was the wife of one of those guys, and she, got up in LeBron's face and was kind of like, don't fucking talk to my husband. If you keep talking to my husband one more time, I'ma fuck you up. And middle finger this, middle finger that. Furthermore to say, they ended up getting escorted out. She went on to social media, started posting videos as to why she was doing it. Baby, if all you wanted was 15 seconds of fame, all you had to do was say that. Period. Okay? Because that's really all it looked like. Because, LeBron, it didn't faze him. They went on to win that game. They won, I think it was 107 to 99 points. So please, girl, bye.
But yeah, she looked like she was clout chasing for a little bit with her filtered lips. And she looked a mess, yo.
Yeah.
Like, my thing is this. Like, I don't knock plastic surgery, but baby girl. Like,
that out of grown men's business.
Yeah, that was definitely grown men's business. She should have minded her fucking business. Seriously. But she looked a hot ass mess. But anyway, moving on. So I know you guys, I love shopping on Amazon. And those little memes that be going around like, oh, you don't need shit. I don't know who need to hear this. But no, you don't need nothing from Amazon. That's me. But
as your cart is full.
But it comes so quickly, right? Not only does it come quick, but you can have like certain things you can get same day delivery.
Yeah.
So
and there's discounts and money back depending on what you're purchasing. Come on.
Right, but Amazon has been very, very sketchy according to the Federal Trade Commission administrative complaint against Amazon and Amazon Logistics. So basically, the company advertised that the drivers participating in the Flex program would be paid between $18 to $25 per hour for their work making deliveries to customers. The add along. It also, with other documents provided, features stating that they'll receive 100% of the tips earned while delivering. Now, they did not get that money, okay? Wow. What Amazon did, and I'm just cutting through all the other stuff. What Amazon did is basically they took their tips and applied it to their hourly wage to make up that difference. Hey, Nikaboo, which I think is super fucked up because... Yeah. If you're telling me that I'm getting 100% of my wages, you're telling me that I'm getting paid between $18 and $25 an hour, right? Plus 100% of my tips. Right. So you flat out lied when it was already documented. So basically, their CEO, what's his name?
Jeff Bezos. He
stepped down as CEO, and another dude, Andy Jassy, he stepped up as the CEO, and they have to pay out $61.7 million to the employees. Like, yo, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic.
They got it. He got it.
Yeah, he definitely got it. But yo, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and these drivers are out here risking their lives.
And for the Flex program, if I'm not mistaken, you have to use your own vehicle.
I think so. Yeah.
So
because it's like a like 1099. You're your own worker, like Uber and shit.
Like a contractor. Yep.
Like, that shit's crazy, yo. So imagine you working hard and you trying to figure out where your tips are at. So I'm trying to figure out, when I was ordering from Whole Foods, because you know, if you order from Whole Foods, they automatically, hey boo, they automatically put that $5 tip in there. You can't edit it or anything. Right. So was that part of that was going to that?
Well, they're owned by Amazon.
I want my fucking $5 back. Yeah. And it's a few $5 because the thing about it is you're putting in $5 plus, you know, sometimes, you know, if you're feeling generous, you give people extra money.
Right.
That shit's crazy. I don't know.
I don't get it. That's a multi-billion company. Okay, I don't understand why they don't want to pay their employees. Yeah, that's crazy. But if you have a business plan or a payment plan, stick to it. Please.
Yes. But speaking of spending money, while the country leaders are procrastinating on sending us that stimmy, little Uzi Vert is out here cashing in. Okay.
Honey, okay.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know if that and y'all tell me, do y'all think he really spent $24 million on that diamond?
Shit, I don't know. He said he's been paying on it since 2017.
Right.
So he just got it off a layaway. I don't know. He's shining, so baby. He's shining.
I don't know, but it was a sparkling pink diamond. And on January 30th, he tweeted that he's been paying on this natural pink stone since 2017 for a grand total of $24 million. And it's almost... it's 10, almost 11 carats. So the fans was actually going in on him for getting that shit in his head. He was bleeding, basically saying that it wasn't removed properly, that he'll get... Like, I would never get that done. Like, you have to be super bored, and you just have to have so much money to blow.
Do you remember when people were doing this, though? The diamonds, getting them pierced into, like, their chest?
Okay, that's and stuff different. Like that. I mean, that was still stupid.
He took it a step further.
But to get it, like, right here, my nigga, and he was on live and blood is just dripping. And then people was like, yo, that shit's mad cricket, B. And he's like, oh, y'all don't understand, brokies. He was like, y'all don't understand that, you know, when his, what is it? When he
has to get a long bar because it's just like the beginning.
No, I think he said that when it heals, because it was like, you know, still puffy or whatever.
Yeah, and so when you get a piercing, you obviously have to get like a longer, like face piercing, nose piercings. You have to have like a long bar at first, but then you can get it shortened after. So he was saying that it is like properly placed. It just looks funny because he has the long bar in right now. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really think people should be out here saying much because I know a lot of people own things that's more than their net worth. So, I mean, you can't really judge, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You can't. But, you know, I mean, I guess to each his own, but I just feel like it's a waste of money. Definitely a waste of money. Like, he could have put that shit somewhere else.
Like on a chain at least, you know, not in your fucking foot.
But Maul from Joe Budden's podcast, I follow him on Twitter. He was like, yo, if y'all think that he spent that amount of money on that diamond, y'all niggas is smoking crack. So I don't know. But speaking of Joe Budden's, I don't know if you guys heard about Joe Budden's has actually been making moves with his Joe Budden network, with people just being on his network and being a part of it, and also he's, you know, just making moves behind the scene. I know that he is moving. Well, he has moved his location as far as where he was shooting his podcast. Yeah. But you know, a few months after his deal with Spotify ended, Joe Budden is bringing his podcast to Patreon and has been made an advisor to the company, taking the title of head creator for equality, which I think is super dope. So if you guys haven't heard of Patreon, it's basically another platform for podcasters, creators, if you do music, producing, for you to actually monetize off of your podcast or whatever you do. And you know, with podcasting, you have to do a lot, and I don't think people understand. Like, some people do podcasting for fun and things like that, which is great, but it does take a lot for you to be able to start monetizing.
So many rules and regulations.
Right. It's so much to start monetizing off of your podcast, and a lot of people don't really get that or understand that. People be like, oh, you got a podcast, oh, you make bad money. Like, calm down. Do you know how podcasts work? Right. Obviously not. So I just feel like this is a good thing. Now, they do offer subscriptions. You can pay anywhere between $5 and $25 per month. And it just kind of gives you like exclusive things pertaining to that podcast, exclusive merch, and like, you know, shows coming up and different things like that. So it's basically awesome. Like paying, y'all pay Spotify, you know what I'm saying? And that's a big ass company. Why not pay for a Black owned podcast, you know, to listen and have them generate income off of? You know, I just feel like sometimes we don't really support the things that needs to be supported. Like, yeah, you know, everybody want to listen to music and things like that, but if you're willing to spend that money on
only fan pages,
right? Okay, especially OnlyFans. Where's my homie? Read some of the comments.
Shit. Tanika said, you know, the media never mentioned any of this, only the fact that he was stepping down, talking about Jeff Bezos.
Right.
Beanie Khalifa says the 1.6 waste their money on a lot of useless things. Tanika, out of all the things you can do with his money, he chooses that bullshit. Just sheer ignorance.
Seriously.
Opinions. Hey, ladies. Hey.
Hey.
Joe Budden is a smart ass dude. That's big. Right.
Right. Super big.
This
so
is super huge
Joe,
for us, you know, as podcasters, as Black podcasters.
Yo, seriously. So I actually looked into it a little bit, and I'm going to do a little bit more research, but I did see a few different podcasts that I like on there. So it's a good another platform, because you got to think about it. You got your shit on all these other platforms, and how much money are you making? Right. Exactly. Right. So why not invest in yourself and do something that's going to you know, generate income for you and your podcast, your expenses, or whatever you have going on.
Because to be honest, like other platforms, it's kind of like a slap in the face. Because there is a lot of hard work that goes behind a podcast, and you're literally getting paid like a penny, like literally a penny, for people that are watching and listening to your podcast.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you definitely it's definitely something to look at again if you are a podcaster or creative, whatever you may do. But all right, so let's jump into this T.I. situation. So we touched on this a little bit last week, but I think allegations were coming out like after the show. Yeah. Like, so Thursday we touched on, you know, him pulling out a gun on Sabrina Peterson. But, you know, after the show, it's like all of these allegations were coming out against him and Tiny. So an unidentified woman who alleged T.I. who alleges T.I. and Tiny are sexual predators, they hired Lisa Bloom. Now, y'all know Lisa Bloom. She jumps on the bandwagon for every type of like reality or anything that has to do with celebrities. I don't know how credible she is because have she won any cases that you heard of?
Not that I know of, but I do know that she definitely works with a lot of celebrity cases, especially when it comes to like sex allegations. Yeah, but I don't know that she's won anything.
I don't know either. But anyway, so there was a statement or a DM basically stating that this young lady went to one of their sex parties. She said that she wasn't involved. She was there with one of T.I.'s friends or the guy with the entourage or whatever. And she witnessed him allegedly basically saying that, you know, if you're gonna stay, you got to take your pants off and you got to, you know, give up your phones, and also you have to what else did they say? You have to give up your phones, and there were drugs available for people to take. Now, she never said that anybody was forced to take these drugs, but you know, my thing is this, like, and you know, with these type of allegations, like, sometimes I don't want to speak on it because it's kind of like you don't really know the full story, but I'm just going based off of what is being reported in the media. Right. You know, because T.I. came out and he said that, you know, whatever transpired, it was consensual. You know what I'm saying? From all parties. But it's like when you're in these type of situations and you have these type of sex parties, which goes on, like, okay, I never thought it went on in like the whole Black community, but you know, I know it went on in like Hollywood or whatever. But when you have these type of sex parties, and I never knew, you know, that they were deeply involved in that type of shit. Yeah. You know, so she says she's not credible at all. Right. So that's my thing. But anyway, you know, not to, they're claiming that they're sexual predators, but I've never seen anything come out stating that they were forced. Yeah, they were forced to do anything. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what charges would be brought against them, or what are they suing them for? I mean, of course, monetary, but it's like, what are you alleging that happened? Because everything that I read was it was consent. Right. What do you think?
I feel like when somebody comes out with a story and other people feel as if, you know, something has been done to them that was wrong, that they want to hop on the bandwagon too. They want to see what they can get out of the situation. Now, that's not to discredit them to that nothing, you know, happened, because we don't know what happened during the situations. But I just feel like at this moment, I feel like anybody who has ever had any interactions with them, especially when it, you know, became sexually, or if they were there and those moments, they're trying to get a piece of what's going on. Yeah. Because, you know, they're feeling like it might lead on to something, and if more people, you know.
Yeah, more people talk, it may lead on to a bigger lawsuit. You know but my thing is, if there was no real crime committed, as far as like there was no force and you willingly did these things, I'm not really sure how it would play out. Yeah. You know, it just sucks because have that evidence. It sucks because, you know, some couples are really into like having threesomes and orgies and all of that shit, but like it sucks that your whole sex life and the things that you like to do is basically on display now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm pretty sure people knew that that's, you know, what they were into, but it wasn't, you know, people in Atlanta.
Yeah,
and,
people,
you know,
people aren't going to talk about it at the time while it's happening, because that's something that they're enjoying as well. You know what I'm saying? Because people do enjoy that. Believe it or not, there's sex clubs and sex parties that go on all the time, whether it be in Hollywood or in real life. But, you know, it's about the way that you carry yourself in these situations. And, you know, again, you know, they weren't being forced to take any of these drugs. If you're there for this type of situation, you already know. You're already getting the heads up, because I'm sure that they're letting you know ahead of time. Because just from stories that I've heard of people that I know have been in situations like this, they're letting them ahead of time. If you're not down for this, you can get going. Right. Figure your way back home.
If they're saying like, oh, and this is all alleged, because again, we wasn't there. You know, anybody who's staying, they got to take your pants off. So at that point, that was your cue to get the fuck out.
Right. Especially if you didn't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like like what you said, Star, with these situations, it's really hard to kind of understand them because we weren't there. So I'd really like to know a lot more too. Like I'd need real receipts from the courts or, you know, videos and shit. Something that proves that they were actually forced or like drugged without their knowledge and, you know.
Yeah, because, you know, when you're dealing with this type of thing, these are serious allegations.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that, you know, you have credible people telling things. And I know that it was a few women. And again, I'm not saying anybody's lying. What I'm saying is that we're on the outside looking in. We don't know all the facts, but you know, it's good. Yeah, it's good to know the facts because, you know, right now we're speaking on what's in social media. You want to jump into a few of the comments?
Okay. Tanika said, this is my thing. If you were a victim, why did you wait for someone else to come out? I feel like a lot of people jump on the bandwagon wanting money and publicity. Letitia says, T.I. went live and said they don't have anything criminally or civilly to charge him and Tiny with, so they're trying to get them with defamation. He didn't elaborate after that. Right, which I would too, especially if you're a celebrity and you have a big name and a household name at that.
Yeah.
And these people are coming at you with these type of allegations. Oh, you trying to sue me, baby? I'm gonna sue you.
Right. So I did see when he said that, like, basically, by him calling them a liar, that could be a lawsuit for him. Like, oh, he said that I lied. You know, like it. Like I get it. It's the whole back and forth thing.
Yeah.
But you know, hopefully, you know, things come to light with him, and you know, the situation is cleared.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. I wasn't there. But we'll see. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the relationship topics.
All right, so let's hop into this first letter. Dear FY Podcast, me and my boyfriend started hanging around a new group of couples. We've been out to dinner with them for the past 3 Fridays in a row now, and one of the couples are really precise when it comes to paying for their meals. They take the check and start circling items and putting initials for everyone's orders. This is something I think is really cheap and tacky when going out to eat as a group. Serious question. How do you and your friends pay for group meals? Do you split the bill or pay for exact items?
Yo, you know what? This is something that comes up all the time.
Really?
Like we're always discussing this on the podcast. Like, I don't understand how if you're broke, just say that. If you don't have no money and if you're not coming out to eat and drink and have a good time, just stay home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can enjoy company at home. We can enjoy your company at home. But when me and my friends go out and when me and Tanika go out, when we go out, we split the bill. I'm not saying, okay, well, you had that drink and you had this and you had that. Like, no, because I like to eat and drink.
You got to think about it though. It depends on like friends. It depends on like who you're going out with.
I don't go out with nobody who ain't gonna split the bill.
You know what I'm saying?
Stay your ass home.
Yeah, I think it definitely depends. Cause like maybe for them, I don't know if that's just because they're just meeting you or whatever the case is. But then, you know, there'll be times where you do go out and everybody splits the bill, you know, evenly. But there are people who force it because they know that you'd be the person to go, you know, evenly or whatever the case is. Or sometimes they know that they don't have it and they know that you're the couple that would actually put out more money or whatever the case is. So they order expensive things. So you have to be aware of the friends, you know, the people that you're going out to eat with. I honestly would not continue, you know, doing dinner with these group of friends just because the way that they just operate just doesn't seem genuine. Yeah, with me and my friends, we always split the bill, you know, whenever we go out, it's all together, unless they, you know, say like, I'm gonna just take care of mine or whatever the case is. That's on them, you know, but typically when you're going out with friends, especially as a large group, it's much easier to just split the bill right down the middle. Right. Because that's so much work, not only for yourself, but for the way they're trying to break down each individual bill. Plus on top of that, there's a tax that has to, you know, a tip that has to be included. So, you know, that gratuity ain't being cut down in the middle. So you gotta, you know, y'all gotta figure that shit out together as a group, you know.
Right. But I mean, I so this friend of mine's had a mutual friend of me and Tanika's had posted a video about splitting the bill or whatever. He was like, oh, you know, and I'm gonna just say this with splitting the bill, like, nah, you know, I'm not doing that. Like, as soon as I walk in a restaurant, I'm already telling the waiter, yo, start me another tab. And I'm just like, Like, you're one of those.
Shit.
Because listen, this is my thing. Like, yo, if me and my friends are going out to eat,
yes,
we're there for fun. We're eating, we're drinking, we're ordering appetizers.
Probably eating off of each other's plate. You never know. You know, let me try that, sis. You know.
That's why, like again, I don't mind like when me and Regina likes to eat, and so do I. Right. So she's like, "What you want for appetizers? What you want for a drink? Like what? Because
that's what I'm saying. It depends. It definitely depends. Because some friends be like, "I'm only going out spending $30, $40." Like, no, you want to drink and have a good time, or eat and have a good time. Like, why are you counting down? Like, make sure you have enough before you go out. I'm just saying.
Don't come out talk about, so I only had a water. Well, bitch, you gonna pay for this, Joseph. To read some of the comments.
Yeah, so let's see what we got here. Split the bill, says Deb. Sim says Shakana was trying to defend her friends and broke friend codes.
Yeah, she
did.
Confirmed
the whole sex thing.
Yep.
Beanie Khalifa said, that's a dream. They always want the other party to pay. Athedia Stokes, depends on the friends, right?
True.
Opinions, don't come out with me if you circling shit. Right. That to me is just going overboard. Like, if you don't got it or whatever, just say that. Like, look, I only was expecting to pay like $40, whatever. I'm gonna put this down. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? But to sit there and really like, look here, this is your initials. You know, y'all had this, right? You had a shrimp. All right, you had a shrimp.
All right, so they had the shrimp.
All right,
y'all had two. How many drinks did you have? Like, bitch, just give me the bill.
That down. Like, that's just so tacky. It looks so bad. Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't be that friend.
But then, okay, now let's talk about this.
Okay.
All right, now we're saying the whole like not splitting a bill. How do you guys tip? Because, you know, there's different ways to tip. Now, I used to bartend. So, what up, Sheree? Hey, Vicky Boo.
So you're like very accurate when it comes
to... when tipping, because I feel like, you know, especially if you have a good waitress. And with me bartending, people used to be so fucking cheap. And they always want to be like, oh, put a little, you know what I'm saying, hook it up, sus. Hook it up, sus. You know what I'm saying? Put a little extra in there. Like, yo, you want me to put extra Hennessy in your cup, but you don't want to give me a tip, not even $1.
Right.
Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, but you want the hookup, but yet you don't want to tip me. Like, no, I used to bartend at a nightclub, and it was hip hop night. And the nightclub used to be lit. And the reason why I used to make money is because it was like a bunch of hood niggas in there. And, you know, I knew the hood dudes. My brother knew the hood dudes. So I was in there caking up. Right. But it was some cheap niggas in there that's like, oh, hook it up. But nah, you don't even want to tip. So it's like, yo, you know, if I'm providing a service to you and I'm giving you a good service, why not tip?
Right.
You want to jump into some of the comments?
Sure. I was just gonna say, when I was younger and I used to go to the clubs, like when I was like just going to the clubs and stuff, like that's when I used to be cheap, not really giving a tip, because I was just happy to be in there. Underage shit, I probably only came with like $20 to my name and a fake ID. Like, I'm just trying to.
I ain't got it.
I ain't got it. Shit, thank you. Like, here's your tip. Have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? But
You're right.
All right, let's get into these comments. Hey, Jacqueline. Broke friends don't see me. I can't live off your negative energy. Okay. Victoria says, splitting the bill is good, but some people be on a budget and got more important things to do. We'll say that, say that in the beginning of the dinner. Like, look, y'all, I'm just, coming to spend this certain amount.
Right.
So we know, but at the end of the dinner, don't be sitting there circling shit. Throw in your money and be like, y'all got me. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't even be y'all got me, because you came on your budget. You should have known what you was getting.
So if you're on a budget, be like, hey guys, I know we usually split, but I'm on a budget, so I'm gonna get a separate tab.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Whatever you got to do.
Right.
Reek
stinks.
Okay, like, first of all, no, we're not stank. We actually smell very good right now. All right. You ever went to the movies with people too and no one had no bread? Like, it be cray cray. And that's what I'm saying too. Like, you really got to be careful the friends that you go out with, because some people, especially if they know your lifestyle or know what you like to do or how you like to spend, they'll go out knowing that you'll probably pick up the tab. It's like, and just be ordering shit. No. Thadia says, I really don't fuck with broke friends. Neither would I.
Sharique's back. What up, Stanks?
Nika says, I'm not counting everyone's orders. I'm just trying to eat and drink.
Seriously.
Jack says, depends on the service. Neeks, in my circle is the same way. Reek, I tip black folks like 30 to 40% every time. Okay, well, we know what side you on. Well, teacher said, every exactly, Neek. You know how we do. Ain't nobody got time for all that. Reek says, Neek's paying the tab.
Neek's paying my tab, too. Neek got us.
If you ain't got it, you should just stay home. Victoria, always tip, even for bad service. Yep, true.
Yeah, I mean, I still tip, though. Should. Like, you know, but how well I tip depends on my service. Like, I always give a tip, but you know, I think it's you know, still good to tip. But you know, these restaurants need to start paying you know, their employees.
More than $2 an hour, for real.
Cause I remember when I used to get my check, that shit used to be like a good $20. I used to be like, man, y'all could have kept this shit. Because it was basically tips. He probably was robbing us anyway. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already subscribed.
See, I was too clumsy to be working in like places like that.
Yo, seriously.
I just knew I was gonna fuck up.
But yo, all right, let's talk about it real quick. So did you guys go ahead, you can say it.
All right. Did y'all see Trey Songz? Okay. And did y'all see the attack on him? that was a straight on attack, right? I'm just gonna be honest here. As a woman that enjoys giving head, it did not look pleasurable. I put myself in a man's shoes, it didn't look pleasurable to me. Like, she did not look up at him once. That was a no-no.
Because Deneva says eye contact is important.
It's very important. Okay, unless he's really tall and you can't look up that far. But you know, Trey Songz is an average dude, so there's no excuse there. I understand it. I understand how large it was. I understand that sometimes throat just is not deep enough. But baby, you gotta choke. You gotta choke and die a little bit on a dick, just a little bit.
Deb said Trey looks gay.
No, not gay. Wait a minute. Now, you looking at the same Trey I'm looking at?
Sharique says suck dick face.
No, you bringing that back again this week? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's him.
I don't know. But I know somebody who could elaborate on that, and I'm a consult with them after the show.
Shit.
What? Okay. But anyway, I don't know. The video was, if you haven't seen the video, inbox me on Instagram.
It's all up in the air for me because we still don't know whose dick it is. Apparently, he's claiming it's his. So we don't know. I just feel like she should have tapped somebody in at some point.
Yeah,
you know?
it was trash on the chick's part. But you want to read Beanie's comment before I jump into this?
Yes, let's do it. What did Bernie Mac say? What are you looking at? Are you done what you want me to say?
He's stupid.
Opinion says it was definitely lazy head.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So here is something pertaining to. I mean, I guess it's not the same. But anyway, the FY podcast. How do I get my man to dig in my guts? I'm 35 and my husband and I have been together for over 10 years, married for 3. Our sex life is okay, but it could be a lot better. Making love is cool, but I want him to fuck me like a porn star. Now, I shouldn't be reading like this.
I'm like, wow.
But I think it gives it a little bit more excitement. I want him to fuck me like a porn star, and I can be his throat baby. Throat baby.
Trying to give it to you.
I want to be fucked like a slut.
What the fuck is that?
That's on the song.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, have you heard it?
Damn, I missed that part.
That's JT. I want to be
you the remix.
Come on, daddy, let me eat it up. Throw baby.
I missed the remix, sorry.
Anyway, jumping back into it. She says that I want him to fuck me like a porn star and I can be his throat baby. Seriously, I can compete with Superhead. I've tried spicing things up and he refused to give me the dick the way that I want it. And yes, he's packing. When we first started dating, he would put it down in the bedroom, and now it's all about passion and love making. I don't know what to do. Help.
At this point, you just gotta slap the nigga in the face and be like, "Look, are you gonna fuck me or not? Because this is not it."
I don't know. That's kind of hard because when you're in a relationship like that,
and they're married too.
Yeah, you're married, and it's like, Sharik said threesome. Hold on, let's jump into the comments real quick.
That's what I'm telling you. Role play is a good thing. Oh, I'm talking about the video.
Yeah.
Neek says the video clips were really fast, so maybe they did look up, but he didn't catch those ones. Sim says it looked like it hurt, right? Right. Look, it looked real dry.
She said that was embarrassing.
Right.
LOL Sims. But yeah, so I don't know. That's really hard, especially because when you guys first dated, he was
doing it right.
Yeah, he was giving you what you wanted. So
role play.
So role playing is cool, but you got to think about it. Is he gonna be into that? Because he already, like, she said that she tried spicing up in the bedroom and he shut it down. Yeah. So if he's shutting down, you know what I'm saying, you trying to spice it up and role play, like, what is there left to do? And then, like, you know, I think a conversation needs to be had. That's what I think.
That's what I think too. I think you have to have that conversation. Like, I want to be fucked. I want my brains fucked out. Like, I want to be treated like a slut. I don't want you to be nice. Don't come into this all easy. I don't want to kiss. I just want you to beat it up. Yeah. And just be honest about it. And if you have to do role play and be like, let's pretend like we first met, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know me, I don't know you, type of situation. But you know, there are times where you know, sex starts to get stale in a relationship. But that's when you have to be aggressive. Don't be afraid.
Divorce him, sis.
You know, if that don't work, but you just gotta learn how to be more aggressive, because that, you know, trying, I tried and, you know, he didn't like it. Like, I don't know what you mean as far as spiced it up. You gotta let us know. Like, did you just put on lingerie? Did you tell him that this is not, you know, the time for that?
But also, I feel like at most times when we try to do things in a bedroom without having a conversation is basically still miscommunication, because y'all are not on the same page. So you know, I feel like when you, before having sex or just having a regular conversation, like, remember, the guy or the lady that you're with, she said, call Trey. He'll beat it up. It's Mr. Still Your Girl. No, sir. But when you're having that conversation, your spouse is supposed to be your best friend, right? Y'all supposed to be able to communicate, right? Right. So when it comes to sex, you have to let that person know, hey, you know, I don't really, you know, I love you, you know, and I just feel like I want to go back to the sex life that we had before we got married, when we first dated. Like, yo, I you know, I love, you know, the passion and everything that goes behind you, but fuck me like a porn star. For real. Tonight. Just like even if it's just for tonight. You know what I'm saying? And then we can go back to the
love making, all that stuff. So for Beanie, who said there's nothing else to do, he likes someone else. I mean, he's clearly in love, you know, because he's still trying to make love and be passionate and all that stuff.
But that's, sometimes you don't be in the mood for all that shit.
Sometimes you don't want nights.
I mean, it's cool sometimes. But when you're drunk, you just want him to come, you beat it up real quick.
You know what I mean?
And he's like, yeah, nah, we about to make love. And you're like, what?
He needs to watch this podcast, because he needs to know that sometimes the random, spontaneous, crazy, aggressive sex is needed in a relationship. Sometimes it is, definitely.
But speaking of relationships, I did want to play this clip before we go into the other things. I did want to play this clip because, you know, with dating now and the dating scene, and I know, like, just speaking to, like, friends and, you know, with you speaking to friends and things like that, relatives, whatever, it's a little bit harder to date now. So I feel like when you're, what was we saying? Generation X?
Yeah.
I feel like it's...
we're Gen Y.
Yeah, we're millennials, so we're Generation Y, and then Generation Z is younger, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Anyway, all right. So I just feel like, you know, dating is very hard, and you guys know how hard it is with dating. And, you know, people don't be on the dating apps like that because these motherfuckers out here is crazy. But I did want to play this clip, and you guys should be able to hear it because remember last time? Nobody could hear it, and I was listening to it by myself. All right, but I want to play this clip real quick.
I say date like a man.
Okay.
If you're a really highly successful woman who's doing very well financially, you can't, men don't date with those standards. Yeah. You date with who makes you happy.
What if she can't get over that? She's like, I want somebody on my level.
Good luck. Have at it. Go for what you want. But I'm just letting you know that your pool of men that are making the kind of money you're making is so slim to none. And then those men don't want you because a lot of them are doing so well. This is the equalizer. This is what comes in. Women use vagina to say, oh, I got him with this sex, right? Men use money. So money is this equalizer. This, men get access to women that they would never have access to because of money.
That's so true.
Women do it because men will sleep with just about anything.
That's true.
And especially if it's private or secret and no one has to know. So I've seen women who are 5s, but they're sleeping with a dude who's a 9. She's got these ridiculous standards because she actually thinks this means that a man on that level would be with her. But he would never be with her. He's just using her for sex. But she thinks because her vagina has given her access to these men here, that this is the new standard.
Now, do you guys agree with that? How do you feel about that? And I'll play a little bit more. But how do you feel about that?
I think she hit it right on the nose.
So, I mean, you know, I do agree that it is like that with dating. So, you know, of course, I'm not, you know, in the dating scene or, you know, like that. But just, you know, talking to different people, it's like when you are a successful woman and you have your shit together and you're out here looking for a guy,
it's not the guys that are already secured that want you. It's the guys that are looking for a come up that wants you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, so now as a successful woman, you have to lower your standards to guys that are not on your level because the guys that are on your level is trying to date top-notch bitches that they wouldn't usually get, right? You know, because they have money. You know what I'm saying? So I think the dating pool has gotten a lot. It's bad. Yeah. It's really, really bad for people dating because it's like you are picking through guys that are just nowhere. Like it's hard for somebody to find a guy that could match them. And I feel like that to some guys too. I mean, with guys too, but I don't feel like some guys are looking for females to match them. Some guys just want a chick that looks good and you know, I'll provide for you.
That's
don't worry about it.
A lot of these girls are like spending money to get work done to them so that they can look even better, that they can fit these standards, so that way they can date these men, so that they can, you know, be in that circle. But for women that are like actually working hard and making money and like, you know, are successful, we're left with the men that just don't want to do the work, I guess.
Nope, don't want to do the work. They want to work sometimes, and you know, they want their women to be making more. Like, it's just like trash men out here. But you know, when I look at these young kids out here now, these young kids out here are getting money. Now there's some young kids that, you know, chicks are still looking for dudes to take care of them, but with the younger generations that I'm looking at, you know, a few people that I've seen both of them hustling and going hard in relationships. You know what I'm saying? And just making bank. Yeah. You know?
And that's a successful relationship right there. That's a proper relationship.
But why can't older people have that same success? Like, y'all are fucking old as fuck, and y'all out here still chasing bitches with fat asses and want to have a trophy wife just to say, oh yeah, I got a bad bitch on my arm, but that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then the successful women, they're settling for good dick but no relationship.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it's like, damn, you know, you're getting older, you want a relationship, you want to settle down, you probably want to start a family, but the men are on your level, they're not thinking about that because they have the mentality, although they're not on your level, but they have the mentality that they could pull a bad bitch and they don't need you and that they're good. So it's really hard. I just couldn't. I mean, thank God I'm not, you know, dating right now. But you know, imagine me being older and having to, you know, me being this up and coming successful woman that I'm becoming, and me having to pick and choose out of bum ass niggas. I would just rather be single.
Well, yeah, because it's like, would you rather be single or settle for some shit that you really don't want?
Yeah.
But even when I was single, like the dating pool was whack too. Like, you gotta think about Boston's mad small. Everybody knows every fucking body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the dating pool out here is whack. Like, you have to definitely outsource.
Yeah,
But
you
even
gotta
if
find your unicorn.
Yo,
child,
but even if you outsource, that nigga could be whack in that town. So
you know what I'm saying? You don't even
know.
know. You think you got the flyest nigga out. He the
right.
bummiest nigga there.
He
Like,
dealing with
shit.
another whack
What did I
nigga.
do?
Beanie said he loved this woman speak. He goes, no, keep playing that video.
I can't with
cuzzo.
Jax. She said that's why I date immigrants, y'all. Yo, what?
I can't do.
No.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next relationship topic.
Let's get it. So, Dear FY podcast. This weekend, one of my homegirls kept sending me snaps of her and her new bae and how happy she is with him. The crazy thing is that her new bae is actually my cousin's baby daddy who still live together. I'm trying to figure out if my homegirl was being petty or if she really doesn't know. Who should I tell, my cousin or my homegirl? That's messy.
Yeah, that's super messy. But I would ask her, like, yo, you know that's my cousin's baby's father, right?
Right.
Like, yeah, I would definitely ask her that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and if she'd be
like, no, yeah, shorties be weak sauce too.
Yeah, we said that, but not all though, because there's some women out here that are financially stable.
Yeah, and the weak sauce be the ones that's getting all, you know, strong sauced up because they have these men that are like, oh, you don't gotta do anything, I got you, because they have the money.
Nah, yeah, the weak ones are out here. Those are the ones that's out here throwing their pussy for gain. So,
and it's unfair, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's really unfair. I'm out here busting my ass every day, all right, to see y'all out here living on these yachts and shit. Listen, let me tell you something. Share with us, strong women. Y'all weak bitches, if y'all go out there and get the monies and get the men with the monies, you share with us. You come back to us and we'll put you on. Fuck these men. All right. Anyway,
you're so stupid. But you know, at the end of the day, even though you're using your pussy for gain, you got to make sure that you're still secure in the bag, because all you're left with is a wet ass. You know what I'm saying? If you're not getting nothing out of that shit.
Yeah, my mom used to say you gonna be the one sitting there with a wet soaking pussy. Okay. Ooh, child.
And a broken heart.
All right.
All right. So going back to that situation, like I really would. I would definitely tell her, like, yo, you know that's my cousin's baby's father, whatever, and you know, and then let your cousin know, like, yo, this nigga's out here, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, that's your girl, but that's your cousin, and he's living with her. You know what I'm saying? So if
making her look dumb,
making your cousin look dumb, that shit's fucked up.
And the crazy part is that I didn't mention is that she was sending it through like, what is that, like the secret snap thing? What is it, like close friends?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, are you being petty or like, you know what I'm saying?
She might be being petty though, but that's not. But if she is, that's not a friend.
Cause it's like, you already know that nigga ain't yours. Cause why you sending it on close friends?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's weird.
Yeah, I put this I put this goddamn turtleneck for Black History Month.
Oh,
right?
I thought you was gonna say bra.
No,
you holding your titties.
Well, okay, little babe. But anyway, so I put this on for Black History Month, and you know, I got my little Black History sign or whatever. But I'm hot as fuck in this goddamn turtleneck, all right? I don't even wear turtlenecks, but I was in character for y'all motherfuckers.
Let me tell you, you look great while doing it, baby. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, let me go and get on to this next. Quick question for the guys while we get to the next letters, but quick question for the guys. What's your next move? You're having sex with a girl and her wig falls off. What are you doing? All right, answer that while I go on to the next.
That's embarrassing, though.
That's very fucking embarrassing. Imagine that.
All right, and another question for the guys. Do y'all think Wendy Williams fucked Method Man?
Bruh, I don't know. I feel like, okay, I'm going to be honest. I feel like Wendy Williams, she be telling some stories,
but she also was coked the fuck up. So do she even know who she fucked?
I'm like she be telling stories, but I feel like if you're gonna put something, if she's gonna throw something out that like that, it had to have been true, and it had to have been so good that she just can't forget it.
I think she fucked Redman.
Because you heard her, right?
I think she fucked Redman.
Because she was like, Method Man. I was
but she wanted to fuck Method Man. I think that's what it was.
Because we all know that Redman was the off. Okay, we're not gonna get there.
I just don't sit now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Method Man from You're All I Need, and then not even. Maybe Cash and Cream. Maybe the cat. Okay, Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. She might have fucked that Method Man, or should I take it back further?
But she definitely ain't fucked.
But she didn't fuck Power Method Man. She did not. No. I don't think she did. I think she just threw that out there. I mean, I don't know because I wasn't there.
It's just a crazy random name to just throw out there, huh?
Yeah.
People that wasn't gonna fact check. Well, his wife definitely came out and had something to say. She was like, "Please stop putting our names in your mouth. I don't know why you so involved in our relationship. But leave it alone, baby, because you don't want this beef."
Yeah, okay. But you know what it is about Wendy Williams. I don't know if y'all seen that the movie. Me and Patty was talking about the movie or whatever. But like, yo, I didn't like, and everybody else knew. And I was talking to my cousin about it too. Like, I didn't know how coked up she was, yo. And she was super fucking coked up. So, like, how do you even remember? And then for her to be so coked up and calling Whitney out on being coked up, like, you
while they both high on the phone,
calling another
like,
person a crackhead. Like, what?
Didn't you just put me on the dealer, bitch?
Right.
How dare you put me out like that?
Yo, Whitney said, "Who are you talking to?"
Okay,
I'm talking to Whitney. Like, no, the fuck you ain't,
not
bitch.
me, bitch.
But
I ain't your kid.
I just feel like, you know, with Whitney, God rest her soul, with Wendy, she had a lot of shit with her, and I don't know, I can't validate. Method Man hasn't said anything, so
yeah.
There you have. You want to jump into a few of the comments?
Yeah, let's get into it. No, somebody said that's more of a Redman character.
Okay,
right? Because you don't hear nobody talking about that man. Let's see. Alicia said no, she didn't. Son says, wait. Everybody's laughing, saying yo. Jax. Look, I'm getting lit at this point. Jack said, listen, that wig should be able to come off if that's wild shit, okay? Reek, when I'm done, I'll point out the wig. Nick said, fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I did pour a lot of liquor in yours.
Yeah, I could tell. I'm over here like, whoo, child. Getting a little hot and bothered. All right, now. All right. Well, let's get on to this next relationship topic. Dear FY Podcast, me and my wife have been arguing a lot lately. Both of us have been working from home, and we have gotten bored of each other. I go for runs or find time to be out, but that's the problem. We are trying to avoid each other. Valentine's Day is coming, and I want to do something special for her and let her know I still enjoy her company. P.S. We still have sex, but our communication and quality time is off. What should I do?
So this is getting back to, you know, communication is so important in a relationship, especially, you know, a marriage. Like, you know, you guys are building together. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's building a home, of having kids, like whatever, like you guys are building together. So communication is one of the first things that you want to have. So you need to sit down and figure out what actually is the issue.
Right.
Like, what's causing you guys to have that disconnect?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because who wants to be walking around the house angry. You know what I'm saying? Mad. I mean, I get it. Let's be honest. Like, we all go through our shit. We all get in our moods where we just don't want to be bothered. But how long are you willing to let that linger on?
Right.
And affect your relationship? You get what I'm saying? So, you know, a day, you know, maybe 2 days, you know, it takes to get you out of that funk. But for you to let that shit progress, there's a serious issue going on.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Because, I mean, I get it. You guys are in the house together constantly, you know, working from home. I mean, working from home, period, is stressful for a single person. So for a married couple, I can get it. But for y'all to be bored of each other, I mean, I'm sure there's things that you guys can do to make the relationship work. It seems like at this point you guys are just, you know, arguing over petty things. I'm not really sure what it is that you guys are arguing about, but if the last thing you want to do is avoid each other. Yeah. You know, find some time to like really hang out, you know, do that, like set up a movie night or, you know, cook dinner together, go out, ask her to go out on a run, you know, with you, you know, or, you know, just find out what it is that she needs from you to make things a little bit more comfortable in the home. Because like Star said, the last thing you want to do is just continuously be arguing every day, mad, angry around the house. It's not going to do anything, because the more y'all push further and further away from each other, it's going to make it harder to reconnect.
Right. I mean, a lack of communication will definitely, you know, it can definitely put a hinder on your relationship. Like, absolutely. Seriously. Like, you want to just communicate. Like, I hope that you guys are able to come to a point where you can talk about what's actually going on or where the issue lies. And, you know, COVID, again, like just being locked down in quarantine has put such a strain on people's relationships. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I just feel like, you know, at some point, sometimes you do need a break, but you know, if you're going through issues or if you're just tired of that person, you got to let that person know, hey, I just need my space, whatever. But communication is always key. Yes. Definitely. Absolutely. Tanika says some stuff.
What'd she say, Neek?
I think she's going back.
She said, pose the question to old girl because she might know it's your cousin's baby daddy. I'd go to the cousin first. Yeah, I think that might be the best thing to do too. Yeah. You know, definitely bring it up to the friend. I'd probably go to the friend first, like, bitch, all right, you being petty because you already know, and if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you now. And then go to your cousin, like, look, bitch, like that nigga ain't shit. I don't care.
Right,
be mad at me.
She put it in the
close friends.
The close friends, yeah.
That's what to me sounded petty about the situation, because it's like for you to put it in the close friends, that means that you know you ain't supposed to be outing him like that. So he must either have something going on, and then you're sending it to me. I'm your friend, but if you know me and if she's close with her cousin, then you should know that that's, you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
don't do that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that bitch was being petty.
And some bitches be really trying to play stupid. Like, oh, that's who for real? Oh yeah, I forgot about him, girl. I didn't even know.
Yeah, like, bitch, you knew.
Bitch, all right. The dick was not that good, bitch. Relax. Calm down. All right. Well, that's all I got for tonight.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's all I got too. But anyway, that's all, folks. We're good. That's it. But anyway, so hold on.
Nika is back in the day. She said, I feel like the back in the day Wendy Williams and Method Man probably did fuck.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because you got to think about back then, like Method Man, he didn't give a fuck. Like, he's just out here, you know,
he's
like, and that's how
weed.
all of it, like, let's be honest, like, that's how all of them rappers were back in the day. They were out just fucking random chicks, random groupie chicks, and you know what I'm saying?
To bring a one night stand all the way.
But to bring that up now, knowing that the situation, and not only that, it
has to be a really great one night stand.
I didn't appreciate that whole shit that Wendy did, where she had aired Method Man's wife's cancer treatments and situation on. She said it on the radio, and Method Man, he dragged her ass for that, because that's like privacy. Like, you don't, like, I get it, you're a gossip blog or, you know, radio or whatever, but you don't do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Very random. Like, who was even checking for Method Man's wife? You know what I'm saying? For you to just throw that out there into the media.
You can tell from her movie, she's always trying to. It doesn't matter who she hurts, because it looked like she you know, she was so hurt in her life that she doesn't care who she hurts in this world that we're living in now.
You gotta heal that trauma. Things that affected you in your past, it is still affecting you today. You're never gonna be able to move forward. Now look at her. She's lost pretty much everything. Yeah, she's cool with her you know, her ex-husband, and you know, her family seems to, you know, be all right, but she's losing people. She don't really have friends.
But everything, because everything was built on a lie. And you heard what she said. She never needed friends because she had Coke. Coke was her closest friend.
Well,
so when
you better cuddle up tight, baby,
build
because
a
you ain't
life
got
like
nobody
that,
right now.
I don't know if you guys seen a movie, but when you build a life like that, that's basically what happens. You put on this facade. You know what I'm saying? You pretend that life is great, just like she was putting on that front, you know, on her show with her husband, or with her ring, and everything is fine, which is not. Like, he got a baby's mama that's about to give birth any fucking day now, and like, shit's not sweet. She started doing drugs again, and then they made it seem like it was like pills or alcohol or whatever, but it's like, yo, when you have built your career on tearing people down, what do you expect to happen?
Yeah, I feel like I expected a lot more out of the movie from Wendy.
She wasn't gonna give everybody everything.
Yeah, especially me being such a huge fan, because you know, I'm big into the radio industry. Like that was my goal before podcasting came about. You know, that was my, you know, she was my idol, and I even met somebody who, you know, was very close to her at one point. But for her to give us that story, it was so half-assed. It was so just like, I don't want to say like whiny, but it just definitely didn't give me the information that I needed to be like, okay, this is why she did what she did. Like yeah, I understand that, you know, the situation with her family when she was younger, but I didn't get that. Okay, this is why she did this. This is why she's going through this.
She still wanted people to throw her a fucking pity party.
Yeah, it was just very like just what she wanted to say, and she even kind of said that in the movie too, because she skipped over a whole bunch of shit like her marriage. She didn't really share anything about her child, you know, being a mother. Those type of things are important when you're trying to, you know, express why you were trying to hold your family together, and why you were trying to keep things a secret.
Oh, sorry to play back, but yeah, no, I agree. Like, you know, she gave us a half-assed story, but you know, shout out to my sister. She just had a baby for real.
Oh, congrats.
Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, so no. So Trey Songz, so I'm just pulling it up. So Trey Songz and his rumored boo, Yasmin Lopez. Okay. Excuse me. Y'all know I'm drunk. She's pretty.
He's cute.
He has a type. He definitely has a type, but he's not.
Trey Songz is so thirsty right now.
Yeah,
he's
mad thirsty.
I can't.
He is thirsty for all the attention. But anyway, so yes, my sister had a baby, and I'm so happy for her. And shout out to Ali, my brother-in-law. They're getting married. Yeah. But anyway, that's all we have for you guys tonight. Thank you guys again for always rocking out with us. It was live in here tonight. Make sure you guys subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Hit the like button. Watch the old episodes. And somebody did mention something about some new merch. I don't really know. Did you want to tell them about?
Okay, guys. So I did a thing.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I did a thing. You want me to announce it?
I'll do it. So I did a thing, y'all. And
she did a big thing.
I did a big thing. I started selling healing and meditation candles. You guys can follow my page, Intentions by Patty M.
Yes.
This is something that I didn't expect to become so like near and dear to my heart, something I really enjoyed. It kind of just started off as something I wanted to try, and I was actually really great at it.
And I'm witness. I have a candle.
Okay. So if you guys want to be a witness to the testimony, come on over and purchase with me.
So I'm gonna repost her page in the bio so you guys can subscribe. So you guys can follow her page. But anyway, as always, thank you guys for always rocking out with Fuck Your Podcast. But you know, we may have some new merch. I'm not really sure. We're trying to build behind the podcast right now, so new merch may come in the springtime. But anyway, follow us I'm never drinking again.
She said WW that.
Follow us. I'll
FY Podcast.
All right. So my cousin said he'll make me some new merch. All right, so we got new merch coming.
Okay.
All right, so follow us on Instagram, FY Podcast. Email us, fypodcast1@gmail.com.
You got that.
And hit us up on a website at www.fypodcast.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, until next time, we out.
Bye.